I'm about to show you some transition tricks that I guarantee some of you have never seen before. So you might be saying, Dylan, why do you have two computers here? What's going on? This is my girlfriend's computer, and this is her timeline. So she creates Pixelmator Pro content on YouTube, and she recently ran into this issue that I know a lot of you have. You have a stack of media, right? You have your video, maybe a text on top, perhaps an image. You throw a transition in between, and for some reason, it gets all wonky. You notice how we have the nice background blur here, and then once the transition hits, it goes away, and then also the text doesn't transition with it. An update or so ago, we got something called adjustment clips, and unlike adjustment layers in the past, these allow you to add transitions on them. Press Option A, that's the keyboard shortcut to add an adjustment clip. Think Option adjustment clip. All you're gonna do is go in the middle and press Command B to make an immediate cut. Now, if the adjustment clip was not as lopsided, meaning there wasn't as much stacked on here, perhaps two of these were deleted, you could go in and add whatever transition you want. So here we're adding the transition on the adjustment clip. It automatically groups the two. Let's delete this, we don't need that. And you'll notice that it transitions everything. But we had way more on our timeline, and there's no way that we can just have it sit up here. So the solution is just to press Command G, think Command Group, and then you can throw that transition in between, and you'll notice that blur behind the image, as well as that title, that text was transitioned with it. If you knew that last trick, let me know in the comments. This one, I would imagine that a very rare majority of you probably know about this. How many of you have added a transition in between your clips just to realize that you actually wish the cut was at a different location? So you delete the transition, you maybe bring up the trim tool, and then you move the cut point to where you'd like, and then you re-add the transition again. That is way too many steps than you need to do. You actually can just press the keys, comma, and period to move the cut point as well as the transition when your transition is selected. So just by pressing period and comma, we're moving this transition and the cut point to the point that we'd like. And if you hold shift, it'll move 10 frames. So it's a quick way to adjust that cut point and the transition really quickly. I want to bring up this point because I know some of you probably listen to your timeline and you're wondering where that random audio is coming from. It sounds like there's dialogue, but you don't see it underneath. What you'll need to do is just select one of the clips, either the one before or the one after, and press Ctrl+S. This expands your audio. You can also Control right click and hit expand audio, and that tells you your keyboard shortcut there. And you'll notice here that we have the audio is extending out to the left of the transition. So if you didn't want this bit, then you could just trim this in and then add a fade. And by the way, you can Control right click this little point here, and you can adjust the type of fade that the audio will adhere to. This next tip is going to be useful for you if you don't know what transition you want to use in your video. First, just choose your first transition, and then you're going to press Command L. Notice by this play button here, there's this little arrow that loops around the play button. This is the loop playback feature. And the reason we do this loop playback is you'll just select your transition and you'll press the keyboard shortcut Shift and question mark. And if you have a pen and paper next to you, I would write this keyboard shortcut down because this is going to be useful for you. So once again, Shift and question mark, and make sure this transition is selected. And I muted everything else just so we don't hear my dialogue. And you'll notice I'm not even touching my computer, and it's doing a full loop just in that area showing that transition. So now we can just go and I double click, and now we have a brand new transition here. We could try this one and say we don't like that one. We can try this one, see how that looks. Okay, that looks okay. So you get the point. Just by having that transition selected and then double clicking with this loop playback feature and stuff, you can try out all these different transitions to find the one that you like really easily. Really quick little tip here. If you like a transition and you want to use it later on in your video, what you can do is just hold Option, which is a way to quick copy things in Final Cut Pro, and then you just quick copy the transition in between the spot that you want. When you double click a transition, it opens up the precision editor, as it's called. So this is a good way to visually see how the transition is working. And then just to get out of this, because I know some of you have this issue where you get in here and you're like, what's going on? just press escape. Let's say there's a transition that you use quite frequently, maybe in every video. There's a really fast way that you can add that in between your clips without ever having to open this transitions browser. However, you do need to open it for this first step. So you go to that transition that you use the most, Control right click, and hit Make Default. And then now, anytime you want to add a transition in between two shots, you just select the cut point and press Command T. So selecting this cut point, Command T. You will find the tricks in this video even more useful. So stop wasting time in FCP, learn them, and your workflow will thank you. Thanks a ton for watching, and have a great day.